Welcome back to episode 5 of On the Tabletop. I am Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL, and I am waving a comb at you for no reason. I'm joined by Cottontailed and Zonalar, who are both artists who are here to make your day talking about bunnies. Cotton, who are you? Where can people find you? And what do you do?
I'm Cottontail. You can find me on Twitter at cotton_tail. I think it's got an underscore on my Twitter. And
It does.
I do some doodles occasionally, but I usually just hang out on AP's Discord.
Complete waste of anyone's time. I was just talking about it right before we went live. Zon, you are a commissionable artist who this bunny looks very unhappy right now. I'm just saying, he's got a frowny face. His eyes are like, Arr. What? I mean, tell me about you, but also tell me why this bunny is so mad.
I'm Zonalar. I draw art for money. It's what I do. And I've never drawn bunnies before. So I'm kind of using references, and it's, oh God, it's so hard.
Yeah, Arrowsider doesn't know it, but I'm going to ask him if he wants to do a sci-fi space cyber ninja James Bond game soon.
Nice.
Where it's like one guy killing dozens of people on his way to take down the target.
Nice.
I just, we need to take all these artists and put them in places where they're completely uncomfortable so they stop showing up on the show.
Yeah, please do.
Zon, you also stream your art creation on the creative channel, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I do that.
I mean,
sometimes.
Look, I mean, we've got this Brosef command for Zonalar right here, where people can like click on your name in chat and go follow you if they want to see more art. It's crazy. And if you're watching at home, you can just go to twitch.tv/Zonalar.
Yeah, you can like follow me and stuff.
I know. We're very good at selling out, by the way, except for Cotton, who doesn't know how to sell out yet. I tried to convince Cotton to come on the show as an artist, but
we will teach her our ways.
Her sellout levels are under 9,000, significantly, like way under. So today we're playing The Warren, which is an apocalypse world powered by the apocalypse style game about rabbits. And not like special Space Ninja rabbits. These aren't Fantasy Warrior rabbits. These are everyday, normal rabbits who have no ability to fight back. They're just regular old rabbits. I know it sounds like it might not be exciting, but every single time, I'm surprised. Normally, I don't teach you the rules of a game when we are doing the art, so I'm not going to bother teaching you the rules now, so get wrecked. But we do need to create a character. Normally, Cotton, you would have to draw your rabbit. I mean, it says it right there on the character sheet, draw your rabbit. But unfortunately, we have Zon making us very unhappy. I mean, that looks like my cat right now. With large ears, like that is an unhappy rabbit. So why don't we walk down the sheet and figure out who you are, Cotton Rabbit. Rabbit Cotton.
Okie doke.
Rabbit tailed. Sticking with that one. Yep.
Rabbit tailed.
Yep.
Alright, where do we start with?
Do you have a character sheet out? Do we have one?
I am looking at one, yes.
Alright. I mean you have a look for your rabbit.
Hi. The look, the body is a runt with a lush coat, short ears, and it's a doe.
Okay, alright. What kind of stats do you have here? Like strong, swift, steady, or shrewd?
I think it's a +2 shrewd, a +1 swift, a 0 steady, and a -1 strong.
All right, that's pretty standard rabbiting right there. I feel like that's a. Oh, did you finally fix it so the rabbit has a smile?
Yeah.
Amazing. We're next level.
Happy rabbits.
Okay, so we begin. Blackberry, right? You're Blackberry the rabbit.
Blackberry the rabbit.
Now you described it to Zon. Why don't you describe it to us so we see your rabbit right here? Right? You said you were some sort of fluffy rabbit.
Yeah, she's a Jersey Woolly, so she's a very small and very very fluffy rabbit with mainly white fur, but she's got black around her mouth and ears.
Okay, interesting. We are in a rabbit hole in the warren. There are dozens of rabbits here, all huddled up next to each other, just like a whole line of rabbits whose paws could literally form a straight line. Their big fluffy butts all over the place. And an old gray rabbit gets up on a rock and is like, "Now, I know you've all heard about it, but I'm here to tell you it's true." And everyone's like, all the rabbits start shivering. "There's a white picket fence." And everyone's like, "Oh, gas!" And they all start panicking. What do you do, Blackberry? You can feel the panic coming to you. You've heard of white picket fences. They're terrifying. You're not sure why, but if everyone else is afraid, you probably should be too.
I'm gonna panic with them.
Okay, all right.
Seems like
Roll plus steady. So this is
Not
2d6.
the
I think you have a +1 in this.
I think it's 0.
It's 0. Did you take a
I think
+1
my
in Swift?
I think my Swift was the +1.
All right, excellent. Just gonna play the terror soundtrack to represent how afraid you are. All right. You've attempted to resist panic. You managed to keep it together, but you take a +1 to your panic level. So you are now 1 of 5 panic. At 5
All
panic, it gets real bad. Yeah. You aren't super scared. I mean, you're a little scared, right? But there are rabbits that go running from the room screaming, "White picket fence! White picket fence!" There's also a little rabbit with Dalmatian style markings that's like bouncing around going, "White picket fence! White picket fence!" He doesn't seem afraid. He just seems like he's annoying. The old gray fur rabbit is just like, "Now calm down, everyone. I don't know what it means, but we're all so afraid of it. I think someone should check it out. Does anyone want to check out the white picket fence?" And like the room is rapidly clearing of rabbits who all hop away to their holes to go hide.
I'll hop forward.
You hop
Yeah.
forward?
Mhm.
Okay. In that instant, your terror ends as you take one hop forward and then another. Rabbits nearby gasp. Everyone's like, "Ah!" One rabbit is like chowing down on a carrot and just it's gone. It's gone. He's stress eating.
So I'll go look.
The gray fur is like, "It will be difficult, Blackberry. Very difficult and scary. There's all sorts of things out there like cabbages, foxes, dogs, old people, young people, boxes."
Cabbages sound good.
Do they, though? Do
Maybe.
they? Yes, they do. If you find a cabbage, bring it back.
I nod.
All right. So this would be the like rabbit version of the Avengers preparing for your mission, where other rabbits are gathering nearby and cheering you on, and they're like, "Good job, Blackberry! I hope you find what you're looking for." And like an old woman rabbit is nearby and like nudges you with her shoulder and is like, "Now you stay safe now, dear. Don't let the picket fence take you in. I saw a picket fence once my day. I was mesmerized by it. I wanted to go inside it. Resist the temptation."
What's inside it?
"I don't
When you saw-
know. Stay strong."
I'm gonna look at the other rabbits that are near and says, "Does anybody want to come with me?"
All the other rabbits disappear rapidly.
Okay.
You're literally alone at the edge of the warren. So this is a series of underground tunnels near a tree and a lake where you get all of your water and food. And you exit into the daylight, which is bright. The summer wind is warm, but not too warm. The air smells of high pollen level, which is no problem because you're a rabbit, so you're basically a giant ball of allergens anyway. The birds are chirping. Yeah. One of the birds just chirps at you and is like, hey, 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 Blackberry, hey, hey.
Hello.
Oh. Then it turns to another bird and is like, hey, hey. Continues doing that.
Oh.
What do you want to do? I mean, you've got a tree, you've got birds here that are talking to you, there's a nearby lake, a whole summer field, and in the very distant distance, you can almost make out a solid mountainous wall of white picket fence.
I'll start slowly heading over to the picket fence.
Okay. All right. Would you say that you're attempting to avoid notice?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll sneak, which is your plus shrewd. All I can imagine right now is the song from Tangled called Mother Knows Best. Where it's like, Mother knows best. Bugs, cannibals, large animals. Mother knows best. Okay, all right. So, I mean, you completely crush the difficulty. You get to pick 3 of these 4 options. You end up behind cover, silent, downwind, with no tracks.
I want to pick downwind, silent, and behind cover.
Okay. So we see you hopping. There's tracks in the background. But then we get you, like, behind a rock, looking at a freshly painted white picket fence. And there's more white picket fences behind it. There's white picket fences in every direction. All of them are so fresh. You can smell the non-lead-based paint everywhere with your keen rabbit senses. Looking at it, it confuses you. It's like Venetian blinding going on because there's picket fence after picket fence after picket fence. And as you look, one of the gates swings open as if by magic. Obviously, it's just the wind, right? We like get the exterior like reality cam of the wind opening it, but on your little rabbit level, I mean, it's like a brass Forbidden City door swinging open slowly. It's hard to resist the temptation. There's picket fences everywhere. There's forbidden land which you aren't allowed in because the fence fences it out. But now the gate is open. What do you do, Blackberry?
Can I get closer to the picket fence and like look in between the slots?
Okay. As you begin to approach the picket fence, crazy stuff happens. I need you to roll to resist panic because you are exposing yourself to a new danger.
All right.
Let me ask. I want to be clear here. How are you approaching, right? Is this a rabbit stomach slide approach? Is this like a hop and then wait a couple seconds and a hop again? Is this like a quick dash? Whoosh.
It's like one of those little cautious, slowly moving up, sniffing the air and wiggling my nose.
Oh, air sniffing. Yep, there we go. I mean, this is some next level rabbit cosplay right here.
Resist panic was the steady, right?
It is steady. Yes, indeed. Is that a 7?
Yep.
You're good at this. All right. Okay, you take another point of panic. Things are not going well for you. But as you approach, suddenly sprinklers go off and rainstorm. Like, you can't see the sprinklers. You just hear a and then like a and then rain starts coming down from everywhere. And you're looking at the sky, freaking out. And there's no clouds in this beautiful summer day. And rain is falling in every direction. But you keep your shit together because you're Blackberry. Now the door is swung open and there's rain, delicious rain everywhere. The water tastes a little different than what you're used to.
Was I able to see anything through the slots?
Yeah, now that you're getting closer, you can see that water is somehow sprouting from the ground. And there's houses. Big human houses. Not at this house, but over the next picket fence through the maze. There's an old woman on her back porch, just sitting there, rocking on a rocking chair, humming. And even worse, there's a dog at her feet. A dachshund. Or dachshund, whatever that is. You see it raise its floppy ears and look around, and then lay back down on its paws.
I want to run all the way back to the people now. To
Okay,
the
you're running back to
other
the Warren?
rabbits.
Yeah. Star Wars Wipe. You are back at the Warren. Everyone is hiding. And then you come out and they're all like, congratulations, you're alive, Blackberry!
Yeah, that's...
The old
There's
gray fur
people.
comes up to you and he's got like an acorn and he's like, congratulations, Blackberry. You have earned the highest honors of our people, an acorn. Never have I seen another rabbit so brave.
I proudly take the acorn.
Everyone is like freaking out. They've never seen such bravery. You are the bravest rabbit in existence.
I turn to the gray fur and I'm like, there's rain that comes out of the ground over there.
Everyone is shocked. Several rabbits panic and go running.
There's
Rain
more.
that comes from the ground. I've never heard of this before.
There's more than just the one fence.
More than one? My goodness.
There's human houses and there's a dog.
Humans nearby. How could this happen? And like everyone is freaking out. People don't know a lot about humans, but they have heard from afar that humans are bad and terrible. You have a great uncle rabbit that was once eaten by a human in a stew pot. It was a very sad story.
Oh. Well, I start thinking about this sad story then.
Oh,
Remembering
really?
the human house. Yes.
So I feel like there's a thing, right? I feel like there's a thing where you can like tell people stories.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a move about it. It's one of the special moves. I think it's in the main book, not on the character sheet. But when you go into character creation, you get to pick a special move sometime during the game. I feel like I'm not crazy about this because I'm fairly certain everybody did this. Let's see here, page 27. Look at us turning this game away from the awesomeness and now towards the rules. Putting it all together, don't think too hard. Let their choices shape them. Player moves, blah, blah, blah. Special moves.
Character moves?
That might be it. Where did you find it?
Just under there, downloads.
Could be it.
It's got Ace in the Hole, Charismatic, Circles of Life.
That sounds right. One of those should be about telling stories.
Storyteller.
Yep. I mean, you get to pick. Don't let me force you into a corner. You get to pick whatever moves you want. Page 92, huh? That sounds right. And I'm only saying, you don't have to pick it right now either. I'm only saying storyteller because you're literally about to think about a story. And if that's something you want, now would be a great time to take it.
Sure.
Okay?
I'll take storyteller.
Do you want to tell people the tale of your uncle?
I will tell people the tale of my uncle.
You tell me the tale now. What's the tale?
I gather them around since I've heard of people before. A long time ago, my mother told me the story of her brother, Raven Fur. He was a brave rabbit.
Everyone is now whispering Raven Fur.
He went on the first mission to go and search out these humans that had moved nearby their warren.
Everyone's like, humans.
They say that he was caught in a metal box.
Several rabbits faint on the spot. More play dead, and others just run away in the middle of the story.
He was pulled out, and the humans, they took one look at him, and then threw him in a stew pot and cooked him for dinner.
Okay, roll your shrewd and see if you can reduce the panic of nearby rabbits. I really feel like your story isn't going to reduce their panic, but we'll see. Wow. Okay, you reduce your panic and everyone around you by 3, which I think makes everyone not scared. So probably the Grayfur stands up and is like, "What a wonderful story! Now we know all we have to do is not get put in a metal box." And everyone starts nodding, and it's like, "Yeah, that's right. We just need to not get put in a metal box." And everyone's congratulating themselves for how wise they are.
I just nod along in agreement. How much did I reduce my panic by?
3.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, I think you're panicless.
All right.
All right. The Grayfur is just like, "Well, everyone, as long as the humans are here, we should probably prepare. I want you all to go out and gather some food. As you know, obey all of our rules. No talking to other animals. Always run away when confronted with something. Never do anything crazy." And he just stops talking.
And what?
Hmm?
You said and then you didn't finish.
Hmm? What?
All right. I'll hop off and go.
Ooh. What do you want to do?
I want to go find some food or find some other rabbits to talk about to come look for food with me.
Oh, you can definitely go talk to other rabbits. Is there another rabbit that you'd like to talk to?
Sure.
Tell me about this rabbit.
Go talk to my sister, Blueberry.
I feel like your mother was very hungry when you were born.
We were named after whatever berries she was craving while she was pregnant.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a very straightforward naming system.
Mhm.
Yeah, Blueberry has gray, almost like gunmetal gray fur that in the right light could be mistaken for blue. She's down in the rabbit hole, listening to other rabbits who are rhythmically thumping, almost like drums. And she's like, "Oh boy, it's on." I feel like this is Star Wars Rabbit Edition now. Oh, hey, Blackberry. What's going on?
I was coming to see what you were doing.
Oh, not much. Just listening to people make music and such.
Did you hear that I got an acorn?
I did. Why do you always have to make the rest of us look bad by being so freaking cool?
I thought you were gonna be happy.
I'm so happy for you.
I feel like you're not.
I'm the happiest I've ever been in my entire life right now.
For some reason, I think that's being sarcasm or apathy, one of the two.
I don't know what that is.
All right. Are you enjoying the music?
Yes.
You say that, but I can't really tell if you actually are.
She says nothing.
Do you want to go get some berries with me?
Yeah, whatever.
I'll start hopping away and see if she follows.
She does follow, and she's like, "Can we go see the white picket fence?"
You want to go see the picket fence?
Yeah, like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard of. Nothing cool ever happens here. Plus, I want my acorn.
But there's humans over there.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll probably just kick a human in the face.
I don't think you should do that.
Wouldn't you kick a human in the face?
their faces are very high up there.
If I kick a human in the face, it'd be worth an acorn, isn't it?
Don't you remember what happened to Uncle Ravenfur?
Yeah, I'm sure it was very tasty.
That's okay. Well, I guess we can go close to the picket fence, but we should probably stay away from any humans.
Are you sure?
About staying away from humans? Yes, I'm very sure.
I've just been alive for 6 months, and I feel like nothing ever happens.
That's a good thing, though.
So boring.
No, it's safe. It's good.
Okay.
It's nice here.
Your emo sister goes with you, and she insists that you go to the white picket fence. What do?
I guess we go close to the white picket fence, but I don't take her all the way up like I went.
You move towards the white picket fence, but this time, the dog is loose. You can see it patrolling in the yard. It seems to have gotten loose from its house and is now just like wandering around in the wilds. Sniffing, snuffling, ears flapping everywhere.
I'll tell the blueberry and say we gotta head back. There's a dog.
I want to talk to it.
No, we don't talk to other animals.
No, that's dumb. Why not?
Because it might eat us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll try to get Blueberry to start going back towards the warren.
So here's the thing. As the dog gets closer, Blueberry is so scared that she can't move.
Oh.
She just locks in place and starts shivering and lowers herself farther and farther down onto the ground.
Can I attempt to nudge her?
Oh, yeah.
To move?
Yeah.
I'll start nudging her in the direction of the warren.
Okay. Why don't you roll? Just 2d6. No special. Nope.
Okay.
No. All right, so you start nudging your sister, and she's like, "Hey, stop doing that! Stop doing that!" And then you hear a dum 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 as an enormous creature blots out the sun as its shadow falls upon you, and the dog is standing over both of you, and it's like, "Hey, stop right there! Stop right there! You can't go any farther. This is my yard. Stop! 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 Stop!" What do you do?
We won't go any further. That's your yard. We'll stay out of it.
This is my yard too. What are you doing here?
We're leaving.
No, you're not. You're under dog arrest.
What do you want us to do?
I want you to stay right there while I sniff your butts.
Well, I guess you can sniff us.
All right.
You want?
Begins moving closer. Starts sniffing both of you. He's like, "You're really scared of me, right? Like I'm super scary."
You're terrifying.
Good. Super scary. Right. I'm the biggest, baddest dog around, by the way. And you should always do what I say.
Yeah. I just nod along.
All right. The dog moves behind you. It's utterly terrifying. You can sense it sniffing your butts.
All right.
And then the dog is like, "All right. Listen, I'm really sorry to do this, but you've committed dog crime. And therefore, you're going to dog jail." And he begins barking again. He's like, "Hey, humans! Humans, over here! Over here! I've got them! We can make dinner.
What crime did we commit?
You can make
are we
dinner.
in trouble?
You're trespassing on my lands." And you can see a slow-moving human like, "Dog, you better stop barking. What you got over there, Rufus?" You see an old farmer begin moving your way.
Can I tell Blueberry to run again and see if she actually does?
I mean, do you want to run? Blueberry's definitely ready to run. She like looks at you and she's like, Oh my god, this is literally the worst.
Yeah, I'll try to run.
Okay. Make a bolt check with your swift. Fantastic. An 8. You have some options there under bolts. You run fast enough, but something happens.
I want to go with it's much closer than you care for.
Okay. Alright, you take +1 panic. You and Blueberry do the thing that 2 rabbits can do where they like cross paths and the dog is like leaping at each of you and is like ah and you can hear the human that's like, stupid dog, what are you doing out there? Just come back here. Rufus, you come back now. Rufus is just like, no, I got it. I got him. No, there's one over there. The dog is sleeping everywhere, freaking out, and the 2 of you slide into the warren. Blueberry is just like, oh my god, that was friggin' awesome.
That was the opposite of awesome.
That was the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, and I want an acorn right now.
You can't just demand an acorn.
She immediately goes to demand an acorn.
Well,
what do?
I want to go find the Grey Fur.
Okay. You end up in the same room as your sister where she's just like, now, listen up, Grayfur. I just fought a dog with my sister, and it was totally awesome. And I'm gonna go fight it again as soon as I get my acorn. And he's like,
Don't.
well, that does sound prodigious. I guess you deserve an acorn. And he like kicks a wall, and the wall falls down, and acorns roll out, and he nudges one over to her with his rabbity nose and is like, you deserve this. We've never had such a strong warrior. In fact, the idea of warriorness scares the poop out of most rabbits. And she's like, yeah, well, I was totally awesome. Just to ask my sister, I was amazing. Everyone turns to look at you.
Well, the dog that I talked to you about was out of its fence. It came up
All
to
the
us
rabbits
and
begin panicking. Several run from the room.
came up to us and called itself Rufus. Sniffed us and we ran away. Its bark called a human over.
Several more rabbits begin running from the room. Everyone is freaking out that there's an animal called a dog, that the dog has a name. I mean, for them, the name Rufus is like what Darth Vader means for us. Right? Like, everyone's like, Rufus! And the fact that he can summon humans with his voice scares... It's like the horn of evil. Everyone is like, oh my goodness! And the old lady you saw from before is like, I told you, Blackberry, before you called this evil down upon us to not go messing around with the fence.
I didn't go in the fence. The dog
And
was
there
out of the
you
fence.
go, messing around with the fence. You shouldn't have been anywhere near the fence, girl. Now we've been beset by the ancient evil, Rufus. And several more rabbits go running from the room. There's not that many rabbits left, actually.
I looked to the Grey Fur. What should we do about the dog?
I don't know. What should we do? Blackberry and Blueberry, the bravest rabbits who have ever lived.
I guess we could stay away from the fence and hope it doesn't come near.
Very well. We shall stay away from the fence and hope it never comes near. And Blueberry's like, no, screw that. We should go kick it in the face. Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have really big legs that we use to make music and thump things. I'm pretty sure we can just kick it in the face.
But it was bigger than us.
Do you want me to show you how it works? I don't want to...
It called humans over.
Yeah, but we can just kick the humans in the face.
I don't think we can.
Listen, I know this is a revolutionary new concept, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work.
I don't think it will.
Who's eating the acorn?
Hmm?
She asked you who's eating the acorn while she eats an acorn.
I got an acorn earlier.
But who's eating one now?
But you got one for saying you fought a dog, and you didn't fight a dog.
I totally fought the dog.
We ran away from the dog.
Yeah, well, that's like fighting.
It's the opposite of fighting.
Can you roll your shrewd to speak plainly? What do we got? A 7. Very well. According to this, they need assurances. They will do what you ask, provided you meet one of their demands now.
Okay.
Okay, Blueberry, Blackberry. I'll tell you what. You come with me, and we go kick the dog in the face once, and then we'll run away, and we'll see what happens.
I still don't think that's a good idea.
Really?
What if it kicks you in the face?
What if I kick it in the face first?
What if it's not affected by the kick in the face?
Everything's affected by the kick in the face.
What if it calls a human? What if the human's still there?
She stops and looks concerned. I don't care. I'll kick the human in the face too.
This.
I mean, for her to do what you want, you have to give her something.
I know.
Alright, how about this? What if you kick the dog in the face while I watch?
I don't want to kick. You're the one who wants to kick the dog in the face.
So you're saying we should kick the dog in the face? Alright.
Well, I guess once, just to prove to you that this is a horrible idea.
Okay, yeah. She's like, excellent. Are you doing a rabbit that's fainting? The horror!
It's
oh
cute.
my goodness! Everyone is filled with drama. Okay, I mean, your sister has apparently talked you into kicking a dog in the face. This is, by the way, a terrible plan that will end horribly for you.
I am fully aware.
Excellent. So, we cut to the two of you, once again, on your rock, looking out at the dog, who is loose in the yard once more. The human is attempting to fill in a hole that the dog has dug under the fences. And it's just like, alright, Rufus, now you just stay right there. I'm gonna fill in this hole before Ms. Johnson comes out and whoops my ass. The dog is just wandering around, completely not obeying its human. And, yeah. Blueberry's just like, go. Kick it in the face.
I thought you were gonna kick it in the face.
No, you said you were going to kick it in the face.
No, I did not.
You did.
No.
I have video evidence.
You're the one who wanted to kick it in the face.
Yeah, but our agreement was that you would kick it in the face because you're stronger and safer.
I don't. Well. I guess I start sneaking up to the dog.
Okay. All right. Well, then roll sneak. I mean, I love that we're introducing the concept of violence to a pacifist civilization.
I forgot what the sneak was. That was the plus.
Sneaking is plus shrewd. You're great at it. You're excellent at it. What would you like to pick? Behind cover, silent, downwind, no tracks. You get 3 of them.
I'll pick the behind cover, silent, and downwind again.
Okay. The dog is inches away from you. Its huge bulk goes lumbering past like an elephant as it dashes past you. It turns toward the rock you're hiding behind, but can't see you even though one of your giant floppy ears is clearly hanging over the rock. He goes into predator vision and doesn't see anything. Sniffs the air, but you're downwind, and the dog faces away from you, his butt pointed directly towards your rock. What do?
I'll just kick its butt instead of its face.
Okay. You're gonna have to innovate. What does this move look like, and what is the name of the move?
It's basically her jumping off the rock and then jumping off the dog to try and knock him down.
Very well. So it's like a jump kick.
And I'll call it a jump kick.
Very well. Roll 2d6. You have successfully invented the concept of jump kicking for rabbits. You kick the dog in the butt, flying through the air majestically as something from the Space Jam soundtrack plays. Probably Come On and Jam. As you kick the dog in the butt. The dog goes rolling into the grass and is like, ah! Ah! What's happening? Who got me? Who got me? I'm down. I need backup.
As the dog's rolling, I just want to run back to
Okay, roll for Bolt. I'll give you a +1 to this because you have definitely set yourself up for it.
Oh, what?
Well, that's bad.
Yep.
You and Blueberry begin running away, and Blueberry's just like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. I want to do it next time. Do we get an acorn for doing this?
So say keep running. Please keep running.
Hey, are you not talking to me now?
Just run.
So what happens is the dog begins charging after you and leaps over the two of you and then does that thing where it's still moving, but it turns in the process like a car, and it skids butt first towards the Warren hole and is blocking your path. And Blueberry's just like, run away! And she immediately splits off at a right angle. But the dog stares, staring at you. The dog is just like, hey, who kicked me in the butt? Was it you? Was it you? Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
I think he went that way. He went that way. That guy kicked you in the face. I'm gonna point in a random direction.
All right. Roll to speak plainly. Okay. Your panic level is going to increase by 1 as the dog moves close to you. Its ears are up, its fur is going all over the place, and it's just like, no, I think it was you. I think it was you. Sit down. Sit.
I lay all the way down.
The dog opens its jaws and begins moving it towards your face.
All right, can I try to run away again?
Yes.
All right.
Like, okay, you definitely make it this time. As the dog's jaws are closing around your delicious rabbit neck, you are gone, away from it. Where are you running to?
Is there a back entrance to the warren?
Is there a back entrance to the warren?
I think there is.
Okay, you dash towards it. Blueberry is up on a lower branch of the tree talking to the birds, and it's just like, hey, Blackberry, look at how cool I am. I made it up here.
Get inside, get inside, get inside.
What? There's absolutely no way the dog can get me up here.
You should.
Alright, fine, whatever. Beep, boop. The two of you re-enter the warren, and everyone greets you as heroes when they hear the story about how you kicked the dog in its butt. They give both of you another acorn.
I just ate my acorn.
Fantastic.
And I want to tell the story of how I kicked a dog in the butt.
Okay. Tell me the story then. Tell me, what do you tell the other rabbits?
I'm gonna say I crept up on this dog. He didn't even see me coming. So silent. Couldn't even smell me because I was smart enough to go downwind. They have a good sense of smell. You should always go downwind. And when it wasn't looking, I jumped up and kicked it. The dog rolled around, and we darted back to the warren.
Half the rabbits in the room are fainting over the drama that you've caused. It's literally like a Victorian fainting chamber in here. Like, they're just so filled with panic. But let's see your roll.
I forgot what it was.
It
What it was that we had
is
to it.
plus shrewd, and you are just okay. You lower the panic of all listeners by 1.
Sweet.
Many of the rabbits in here are emboldened by your decision. And some of them are like, I want to kick a dog in the butt too.
Wait, don't do that.
The concept of jump kicking is rapidly spreading through the rabbit population. Everyone's talking about how they're going to practice it. Some of the younger rabbits attempt to practice it, but because they're in a warren, they literally just hit the ceiling. The gray fur comes up to you, Blackberry, and is like, you have truly given us a new way of life, Blackberry. Who would have thought we could use our incredibly powerful legs in order to harm other animals?
Well, Blueberry thought that, actually.
Very well. You will both be remembered as the greatest rabbits who have ever hopped. Truly inside both of you lives the wisdom of the first rabbit, who once hopped over a mountain in a single bound, and taught our people how to dig, eat, and how to hide, how to run. I look out on the grassy summer field here, and wonder if you play in it as the first rabbit went. He continues to talk for some time, going on and on about how you're such an incredible hero and how you've completely changed life for all rabbit kind.
All right.
What do you do?
I want to listen to her story.
Okay, yeah, he continues to talk for an incredibly long amount of time. Why, I remember my grandfather's grandfather once told me about how he had 9 sons. 9. You believe that? They say the first rabbit had 7 sons and 7 daughters. That's a lot. I mean, I'm like 3 years old, and I've not had that many. This doesn't happen for me like it used. You should really think about finding a nice young boy rabbit and settling down, Blackberry. Just think of what your children could do one day. Maybe they'll be able to jump over a mountain.
I'm gonna go wander off now.
All right, he's
See,
still talking
thank
when
you
you
for this.
leave. He doesn't
Okay.
notice that you're gone. He's just like, well, Blackberry, tell me, do you have any plans to defeat the fiendish birds? I think I've some... And, like, it keeps getting lower and lower and lower. Where are you going to?
I'll go talk to my best friend,
Who's your best friend?
Patches.
Patches. Excellent. I feel like we've really tied this in.
It's Super Patches to
It's
be.
Super Patches, too. All right. Once this was a tiny little rabbit, but now he's like a huge, bulked out, buff rabbit. In rabbit terms, he's in like his late 40s, but he's still a total muscle bodybuilder with enormous quads, just like huge rabbity feet. He's digging in the far tunnels to extend out under the lake. And he's just like, yo, what's going on?
Did you hear about the dogs?
No, I've been digging. Everybody just thinks they can take the day off, do whatever they need to. My father told me if you need to jump up in a tree, you should do that thing, and no one can ever stop you. Right?
Right.
My father was a smart man, and what he meant was you need to do whatever it takes in order to survive. We need deeper holes and longer tunnels. Wait, did you say a dog?
Yeah.
All right, he immediately begins panicking. He's like, okay, All right. I think the tunnel's a little small here. Okay, I'm just gonna stay calm. Everything's fine. It's a dog. My father fought a dog once. It's fine.
I kicked it.
Oh my goodness, you did what?
I kicked the dog.
You know, my father kicked things. I think he even kicked the dog. No one ever remembers that stuff. All I want to hear about is the news stories. What happened last week? No one remembers 5 years ago. Ridiculous.
Did you know about the picket fences too?
Oh my goodness, there's picket fences?
Oh,
He
well,
begins breathing even deeper. He's like, okay, all right. Carrots, celery, tiny
I'm-
bits of rock.
I'm gonna offer him part of my acorn to calm down.
All right, yeah, you give him an acorn. He's like, acorns. He begins nibbling on it. It looks super cute.
So how has your day been doing?
Well, it was going great until someone showed up and told me that the end of the friggin' world was coming.
I didn't say the end of the world.
I mean, you told me there's a dog and there's a white picket fence. I'm literally filled with existential panic.
But I can I reiterate the story of how I kicked the dog and got
Yes,
away?
I mean, you keep telling the story and he's like freaking out. His only response is to talk about how his father kicked a dog. You know, my father kicked a dog.
Can you tell me that story?
Oh, he tells you the same story again. He's like, well, my father was being chased by a dog. There was a fox and a squirrel at some point. I don't really remember the story very well, but he kicked that dog right in the nose. Friggin' sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Do you want to go get some berries?
I would love to go get some berries with you.
I'll go look for berries.
All right, the two of you go to look for berries. He is nervous to be up in the sunlight. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It is very bright outside. Shouldn't we wait until it's dark?
Do you wanna? It's berries are right there.
I feel like you're pointing at a bush that's like 10 feet away, and he's like, that's pretty friggin' far. All right, are we safe going that far?
Maybe.
He like looks up at the tree. He's like, there's birds up there. What if they like make noises at us? Or
They say
fly near
hey
us?
a bunch.
He's like, whoa. Whoa.
I think they're friendly.
You think they're
Maybe.
what? You think they're
They
friendly?
might be. They might
What
be
are you-
friendly.
What are you, mental? You don't talk to birds? Who knows what those birds can do? Look at their razor-sharp talons and their jagged beaks. There's like little hummingbirds in the tree, and he's just like, they could kill a man with a beak like that.
But they're pretty colors.
Be taken in by their pretty colors. They're trying to distract you from their immense soul-crushing evil. My father told me so.
You could just quickly get some berries.
Make a roll. Plus steady to convince him. And this is a really buff. I feel like there's literally never been a rabbit that has veins that big. I mean, that is a significant fraction of his body weight in veins.
It's a very buff rabbit.
All right. He's like, all right. I will go over to get those berries with you if you get the birds to go away.
Oh,
mean, You said you can talk to them, right? We'll tell them to go buzz off.
all right. Guess I'll hop kind of close to the birds and say, "Chew."
All right. An enormous crow descends from the top branch. Whoosh, and says, I am Thor, son of Odin. Who tells bird folk what to do?
Oh, just more of a request. You scaring my friend?
You should be scared. I am a great and powerful bird, and all birds of this tree are part of my flock. With what do you bargain for our departure?
I could say please.
It's a crow.
Oh, okay.
The crow is considering your offer. Go ahead and make a speak plainly roll. We'll see if just asking nicely will make it go away.
Speak plainly is the steady, right?
Yep.
Well.
Nope. He spreads his wings. All the other birds do the same, and they all begin making great squawking noises. They're like, no, 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 no. And he's like, no. If you ask nicely, I will not depart. This is my domain. This tree is my tree to poop on as I wish. And I will not move just because a hoppy little rabbit got hoppity about it.
Just for a few minutes.
No, I say no again. And then it begins dive bombing on you, and your panic increases by 1.
All right.
And your boyfriend goes running off in the direction of the water. Complete opposite direction. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Says the crow. Look, your friend is fleeing. He is weak.
I told you he was scared.
You should be scared. I am the great and powerful Thor.
You know, if you weren't scary, people could be your friends, though.
I don't need friends. I have subjects.
Friends are nice, though. You know, whenever you're sad, you can talk to them.
What is sadness?
Whenever you need something, they'll help you out. You know, friends. It's nice. You can talk to them.
I mean, do you want to tell him a story about friendship?
Yes.
Okay, well, tell me a story about friendship, and then we'll make a roll.
Can I just, like, summarize the fox and the hound to him? But using a rabbit and a pigeon.
Rabbit and a pigeon. Okay, all right. I mean, I know what the Fox and the Hound is, but I don't know that 100% of the audience has seen the wonderful Disney movie.
Okay, she tells the amazing story about how, against all odds, a pigeon and a rabbit become best friends, even though the world doesn't want them to be. And their friendship lasts throughout time. So, yeah.
You know, it's scary because I was thinking that's also the plotline to most of the Disney hockey-based movies. Well.
Mighty Ducks?
Yeah. I guess in Mighty Ducks, the plotline is extremely arrogant coach learns the same lesson over and over again every year.
Yeah, you know. Pretty much.
Yeah, go ahead and roll storyteller. And then we'll make another roll for speaking plainly. They're just all shrewd. Okay. Your panic level reduces by 1, as does all the birds, but birds don't panic because they're not rabbits.
And then another
to convince him that friendship is important. Well, okay, you definitely convince him that friendship's important. He's like, very well, I, Thor, will be your friend, tiny rabbit.
And Blackberry.
Very well, Blackberry, friend of Thor. Let it be known that you will do things for me when I am sad. All the other birds are like, Blackberry, she will do things for Thor when she is sad. I understand the concept of friendship, he says in a very loud and kind of scary voice.
All right.
I love this crow, by the way, and how you've suddenly painted it to be dark in the background. Just real quick, why are his eyes red? Like, terrifyingly red, too.
He's a scary looking crow.
It's a crow.
We're gonna get lightning bolt here, too?
Oh, it's happening.
All right, you have convinced Thor that you are friends, and that when either of you are sad, you can ask one of you to do something.
All right.
What do you want to do now?
I will go and find wherever Patches ran off to.
All right. I wonder if that's a thing. I think it is, but. Da. Actually, it is. It's shrewd once again.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think I find him.
I mean, you do find him. The problem
Oh,
is,
okay.
you hop on down to the lake where you last saw Patches, and as you get there, you smell something shift as the wind moves, and you sense Patches is nearby. But so is the dog, Rufus. And when you turn to
Oh.
look, you see Rufus has Patches in his mouth. Patches is trying to play dead, and the dog is like dragging him across the ground. Like, hey, you dead? You dead? Huh? 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 All right, I think he's dead. And the dog just is like barking, hey, human, come over here. Come over here. And you can hear the farmer, John, is just like, all right, Rufus. I told you to stop breaking out of the fence. Now, what do you got there? I can't see it from here. All right. Let me tell you, boy, I'm going to go grab my shotgun and we'll take a look at what you got. Maybe get a big old knife, too.
Can I try to jump kick the dog?
Yes. Yes, you can.
This is a horrible idea. What do I roll for it?
It's just 2d6. All right. You jump kick the dog. You kick the dog right in the butts. Once more. Da 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 da. You kick the dog in the butt. The dog literally rolls on the ground and again. It's like, dog down! Dog down! Can I get a puffster over here? Need backup! Need backup! John! John!
Does he drop Patches?
Yes, he does drop Patches in the process. However, your panic level has gone up by 1. As you are terrified during this jump. Like, in the process, while you were jumping, the dog's head was slowly turning backwards. And you could see his sharp-pointed fangs.
I'm gonna look down at Patches and start yelling run and then try to...
Alright, Patches
run.
immediately just like, just gone. There's an outline of where he used to be.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna run too.
Alright, make a bolt check, because this dog would really love to eat you now that you've kicked him
Oh
twice.
dear.
Yep. Alright, so I'll tell you what happens. Over the course of a few seconds, the dog has you, like, your head is inside its mouth, and it is holding you gently inside there. And you can hear a human coming up saying, now what do you have there, Rufus? What have you got for me? Well, it looks like a mighty tasty rabbit. You let me get a hold of it there, Rufus. Keep it still. And you hear the sound of him drawing a knife. Shh. What do you do?
Isn't there... How do I get out of it? Is there a move to get out of the dog's mouth?
I feel like Bolt would be something you could try to use, but I think you're already kind of in its mouth. Do you need to invent a new move in order to escape?
Maybe?
You could struggle yourself free using your strong. Yep, that's exactly how it works.
it's strong. Oh dear.
Yeah, you're not very strong.
No. Well, I will attempt to struggle myself free though.
You know, this is the second time this show has had anthropomorphic rabbits that have kung fu ninja jump powers. Wow, okay. You rolled a 10, but you have a -1, so it's a 9. You very nearly managed to nail this. You can wriggle free if you're willing to accept a scar, Blackberry.
I accept a scar.
Where do you get scarred?
It's got my head in its mouth, right?
It does.
Probably on my head somewhere.
All right, I feel like down your jawline, you got a pretty sick scar where its canines have dragged against you. Yep,
Yeah,
it's
I'll take
all
that.
bloody. It's horrible. You're freaking out, but you start running away. The dog chases after you. You can hear the hunter just like, all right, Rufus, you clear away. I got my shotgun out. What do you do?
Yeah. I'll run to the warren.
All right, your panic level increases by 1 as you slide into the warren, the ground around you explodes. You don't know how, but somehow thousands of tiny beads have hit the ground around you, causing a massive eruption.
All right.
Rabbits everywhere freaking out. The halls are empty. everyone is in their corners pooping or eating or anything that they need to do to relieve stress.
I'll go find the gray fur again.
The gray fur is currently in the acorn pile, just rolling around it and eating it. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I've never seen anything so horrible. What caused that enormous ground eruption? Is it an earthquake? Is it
It's
a
a
dog?
human.
My God, a human! Oh, it is the end of days for all rabbit kind. Humans! What will we do? Where will we go?
I don't know.
Why has life forsaken us so? Why, the great rabbit must have found us unworthy.
Is there a place you can like go if you get hurt in the warren?
I feel like probably yes. There's like a, I mean, let's be clear here. These are not rabbits that have like hospital beds, but there's probably like a room where rabbits socialize, where hurt rabbits can go to, sit.
I'll go down there next.
Okay. Blueberry's down there, and she starts licking your scar. Getting the blood away from it, and she's just like, "Oh my gosh, look totally sick with the scar. It's pretty much the coolest thing that's ever happened to you."
That was terrifying. I almost died.
Yeah, I bet it was friggin' sweet.
Not exactly.
I mean, did you get an acorn out of it?
No.
Then yeah, it was totally terrifying. Well, what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna kick the dog over and over again?
I already kicked the dog.
What if we had each of us kick the dog in turn, like right when it's about to get back up, another one of us kick it?
That's. I don't know. What if it calls a human over though? They have the things that explode.
What if we keep kicking it so it can't call a human over?
But what if the human comes over anyway? He's got that thing that makes explosions.
He has a what?
He has a thing that makes explosions.
I didn't hear anything about this. That sounds friggin' sweet.
It's not sweet. It's not.
What if we were to acquire that thing?
That's a bad idea.
All right. Do you want to try to convince her that's a bad idea?
Sure.
Okay. Roll plus steady. You have failed to convince her. She's just like, no, it's gonna be a great idea. I'm gonna go find your boyfriend and a bunch of other rabbits, and we're gonna go kick that dog over and over again.
I really don't think that's the best idea. Maybe we should just do something else.
What else are we gonna do? Nothing to do around here.
We could move the warren to a safer place.
Move the warren? Who do you think you are? The first rabbit?
No, but there's dogs and explosions.
Yeah, we just need to kick the dogs. Fine.
But I've already kicked the dog. It got me bit.
Yeah, but we just need to kick it more times.
We could just leave the human and the dog, go somewhere safe.
Blueberry hops off.
Okay.
Calling for young, brave rabbits, of which there are a few, to join her.
I'll go find the... Is there like someone who's in charge of the warren, or is it just the gray fur?
I mean, the warren is a very communal activity. The gray fur is kind of like the person that gets up and talks about things. But as you've seen so far, people just rely on whoever wants to do something to do something.
I'll go talk to the gray fur.
Right. On your way to the gray fur, one of the tunnels collapses. And from out of it comes a snakehead. And the snake is like, wait! What do you do?
Can I just run away?
Yep. Okay. Make a bolt and increase your panic by 1. What kind of panic level are you looking at?
There was one from the dog, one from the. I lost my one from the bird, so just one from the dog and one from the gun. So
Okay,
it's 3.
another one. Yep.
Well,
Yeah, you try to run away. You get most of the way into running away, and then the snake wraps itself around you. And he's like, hey, listen.
yeah.
Chill, relax. It's fine, girl. It's fine. And it begins staring you face to face with its snake eyes. And your panic definitely increases by 1 again.
Oh,
As you
hello.
are, like, breaking down. You're having trouble breathing.
All right.
Chill, chill. Your little heart is thumping so fast. I can hear it. I can hear it. It just sounds so delicious. Listen. You've got problems with the humans. The snakes have problems with the humans. I was thinking maybe we could work together.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking we could work together. What do you think about driving the humans out?
That sounds nice.
Good. Good. So I can rely on you to go to the other rabbits and convince them to join the snake army.
I can try.
Are you calm? You seem kind of like you're panicked. I told you. You have to chill out.
It's fine. It's
It
fine.
opens its snake jaws. It's like, chill out! It screams at you. What do you do?
She just kind of stops moving. It's
Okay.
very still.
All right. The snake begins unwinding itself from you and reversing its way back up its hole. And it's like, now remember, you have to join the army or I'll be back. And I know how to get into your tunnels now.
All right. I go to the Greyfoot twice as quick now.
The Greyfoot is just like, I don't know what's happening. I feel like my whole life is falling apart in front of me. A whole 5 years. So old. You rabbits ever live to this age? 5. I've had 10 children. 10! You realize he's not really talking to anybody? He's facing a wall and just giving a monologue. 10 children. Can you imagine?
I'm gonna go up and just start like swatting at him with my front paws,
What?
trying to get his attention.
Huh? Oh,
I've
you.
I gotta tell you something.
Yes, what would you like to tell me?
The story of how I met a snake.
That sounds terrifying. Tell me more. I literally cannot be more frightened than I currently am.
I was coming out of the whatever we call the room where we go when we get hurt.
The socializing room.
I was coming out of the socializing room and
The hobby den.
hobby tent. And this big snake head comes out of the wall, looked at me with its beady eyes, and told me
3 rabbits
to
in the
wait.
room immediately faint.
Told me to wait, and wrapped itself around me and told me that they want to drive the humans out, that we can band together. We can get the humans to leave. Snakes can help us do that.
Okay. Roll a storytelling. Da-da-da-da. Oh boy, did you roll a 5 again?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's really bad. That's really
Yep.
bad. All of the rabbits in the room are now like screaming, like, snakes! There's snakes in the warren! There's snakes in the warren! The Greyfur is like, all right, now everybody calm down! And he just poops right there. A little panic pellet. And he's like, oh my, oh my. What should we do? What should we do? I will accept literally any advice right now.
Maybe we should just move.
Yeah. I mean, when you say it like that, everyone's like, yes, we must move from the war, and you must lead us, Blackberry, to a new, safer location without snakes, or dogs, or crows, or humans. The Grayfur moves up next to you and nudges you with their shoulder and says, you must go now, alone, into the night and find a new, safer warren for us, from which we can grow and expand. Now remember, it needs to have enough room for all of us to start with, and then we'll make new rooms as we go. I prefer to have a secret den for hiding acorns. Make sure it's comfortable, you know, not too big. We don't want dogs to get down here, but not too small. I am getting rather big in my old age, preferably near water and some form of warmth. Trees nearby, but not close enough that the birds can bother us.
The birds might be nice. I befriended a crow.
My goodness, you're so funny. Befriended a crow. You tell the craziest stories.
Can I recite the story of the pigeon and the bunny?
No. I think you could go through it, but they don't believe you.
All right.
They think you're crazy now. I mean, they are sending you in the middle of the night on a suicide mission because you're the only one brave enough.
All right.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I guess I want to go and see what Blueberry's doing before I go on a suicide quest.
All right, Blueberry is gathering up a rabbit army to go storm the human houses. She's like, all right, guys, now it's going to be friggin' sweet. Humans have the ability to make explosions. All we have to do is kick them in the face, and we will learn their ability to make explosions. As you know, by doing things, you get better at things. Soon, our kicks will be like explosions, like the humans. And then we'll defeat all the animals. Oh, hey, Blueberry. Blackberry. Sorry. What's up?
Hey.
As soon as she turns away, almost all of the rabbits she was talking to disappear, except for Super Patches and 2 others.
First of all, I don't think that's how the explosions work with kicks.
But is that? Do you know it doesn't work?
Well, not exactly, but he wasn't kicking when he made the explosion.
Right, but we will gain his kicking power by kicking.
But he's not kicking.
But we will kick.
But I gotta go find a new warren.
Sweet.
There's
I
snakes
will
in here.
totally freaking come with you.
Okay.
That's the coolest thing I have done all week. And I totally kicked a dog earlier.
I'll look to see if the other rabbits that she had.
It's just Super Patches now. When you're
Super Patches.
Yeah, when you said that you gotta go find a new warren, more rabbits disappeared.
Do you want to come too, Patches?
No, not really. Hey, no, we lived here for a real long time, and we don't need to go anywhere. We need to just dig deeper, you know?
There's snakes came in. Snakes came in.
Well, just, dig deeper than the snakes can go.
Are you sure you don't want to go look? The humans and the dog.
Yeah, when I was outside earlier, I really was thinking to myself that I should probably never be outside again.
We could go at dark.
I'll tell you what, though. Because I love you so much, when you find a new warren, I will dig a tunnel to it. That way, both warrens will be super secure.
Well, I guess that might work unless the snakes follow your tunnel to the new warren.
He is petrified by that knowledge. He's like, my gosh. By the first rabbit, you're right. If I had gone through with my friggin' sweet plan to connect both warrens, I could have killed everyone. What is my purpose in life? I don't know anymore. I was born to be a digger.
You could come explore it. Find a new warren.
Okay, make a roll to convince him. Let's hope it's not a 5.
I don't know. I rolled like a bunch in a row.
I know. Been here, watch it happen. All right, it's a 10. Okay, you definitely convince him. He's like, all right, I will come with you. But only because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's sounds promising.
All
I
right.
think
Are you gathering up any more rabbits?
if I can, if any of them are brave enough to actually come.
Literally no rabbits are brave enough to come.
All right then. I'm
Your
gathering no more rabbits.
your Avengers A team is Blueberry, Super Patches, and yourself.
All right.
3 of you hop out of the rabbit hole, and immediately the crow's like, "Hey, it is I, Thor. What's going on?"
Hello, Thor. There's snakes in our den, so
He immediately freaks out, as do all the other birds. But then he's like, "Wait, we live in a tree. We are higher than the snakes. And because we are birds, we could occasionally eat snakes if we're big enough. And we wait for them to die." One of the other crows is like, "That's right, I ate a snake last week."
and then I'm gonna. She looks up and goes, the humans are near, and the dog bit me, so we're gonna go find a new warren.
That's cool. Wait, you were bit by a dog and you're looking for a new warren. Are you sad?
I'm a little bit scared.
He immediately, majestically throws out his crow feathers and says, "I will help you because I am your friend." It's frankly terrifying to watch.
All right.
He orders all of his bird friends to fly in every direction looking for holes in the ground. Unfortunately, they're birds and they have no idea what warrens are like. So this attempt will fail horribly. But the thought is nice.
It is a nice thought.
So
Thank you, friend.
what are bird watchers called? Ornithologists? Oh my gosh, Lon, your chair is so loud, buddy.
Sorry.
Literally the loudest chair in existence.
You should get some WD-40.
Yeah. Or a new chair.
Yeah.
There's probably like a nighttime bird watcher who's just like, "Is there a crow flying in the middle? Is that a hummingbird in the middle of the night? This is entirely strange behavior." Just making notes. What's the plan, fam?
You said there was like a lake nearby, didn't you? When you first described the warren.
There is a lake nearby.
I'm gonna follow the lake to see if there's any more places near the lake to start out.
Okay. All right. I feel like this is probably a move. I would like you to innovate a new move called Finding a Warren.
Oh dear.
Yep. You're doing something unheard of, unimagined. Roll 2d6. If you succeed, you will find a new warren. If you fail, you will be unable to. For all time. You have damned rabbits for all time to be unable to find new warrens.
Well, that's
they are
great.
so afraid to leave their houses that they cannot find new tunnels.
Well.
So while you're looking, your sister is just like, "Screw it. I'm going to go kick that dog."
But no, don't.
And Super
don't.
Patches is like, "No, I'm going home. It's too dark, and there's snakes everywhere. I can hear them." And he runs back home. So your companions immediately split away from you in the darkness. You are so frustrated. You can't find a single rabbit hole. All of them are like 1 or 2 foot deep, or they're just too small, or they're just too big. There's no rabbit warrens nearby. What do you want to do?
I guess I'll head back home.
Okay. All right. You're going to leave your sister to go kick a dog in the middle of the night?
Oh, I forgot that she did.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
go and try to get my sister.
Don't you
from
care
doing
take
something
children on a
stupid.
regular basis? I feel like forgetting that one of them's going to go kick a dog.
I can usually see them.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. She's hopping towards the white picket maze, and you're just amazed at how terrible flying it looks in the middle of the night. There's shadows everywhere. There's back porch lights that cause, reflections and eerie lighting, and Frankly, it's the most horrifying sight you've ever seen. And there's the dog on the back porch, watching, waiting, anticipating.
I'm gonna say, Blueberry, come back, come back, come back.
Come with
That's...
me. All right?
No. Don't kick it at night.
Totally
Let's go
come
back
with me.
home.
Listen, I think if you kick it in the front and we kick it in the back at the same time, right? It'll
You had those.
explode.
You could get more other rabbits to come with you though.
Well, I tried to get
More than
other
2.
rabbits to come with me, and look who's here. It's just you.
Well, that's because we were gonna go find a warren. You had more that were gonna go kick the dog.
No, I didn't. They all left.
We could go ask for more.
We're the bravest rabbits in the entire world, okay?
We could wait till morning.
I think you're just trying to put this off. You know that this is going to happen. We're totally
No.
going to kick a dog.
We can't go kick the dog right now.
Can't or won't?
We're not kicking the dog right now.
Can't stop me, sister. I'm going to... One small step for rabbits, one giant leap for friggin' sweet rabbit kind.
No. Let's wait till day.
Okay, make an attempt to convince her. I can tell you if you fail, she's going to sail through the air like a ninja.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe I can fly. All right, she needs you to back up what you're doing with an agreement, some bargain. Fine, I will go back to the Warren if I get your room.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Room is bitchin' awesome.
I know.
All right, you head back to the Warren. It's night. Many rabbits are sleeping. And your sister immediately moves into your room and kicks all of your stuff out. Your nice dirt, your nice bed of whatever you sleep on, all of your fumets, which is your poop. Kicks
Yes.
all of it out and immediately falls asleep in your room.
I guess I'll go to sleep in her room.
Okay, her room is terrible. It's just this dirty, dark den, really close. It's just, you know, there's like plant roots in the ceiling she hasn't nibbled on yet. Oh, it's disgusting in here.
All right.
Okay, you sleep through the night. You're very cramped in the morning. You feel very sour. The gray fur is literally nose to nose with you when you wake up, and he's like, I couldn't sleep. What have you found out? Is there a warren?
No.
He immediately falls on his side and just pretends to play dead.
All right.
Life is over. Nothing matters. Without another war, and we're doomed.
We can try to team up with the other animals. The birds helped us look for a warren, you know.
This is madness. Everything you say leads us deeper down a dark path. You've ruined us, Blackberry. He begins rolling on his back. He's just like, none of this would have happened if you hadn't gone to look at the picket fence. And
You said to.
I know, we zoom back to like 10 minutes ago where he told you to go look at the picket fence. None of this wouldn't have happened. It's entirely your fault.
You told me to go look at the picket fence.
He keeps repeating it over and over again.
We can still take back our home. We just need to team up with the other animals. Can I tell him the story, like redescribe how Thor bravely commanded the birds to search out new homes for us rabbits as the first sign of peace between rabbit and bird kind?
All right, let's do it. You describe your friendship with Thor. I mean, if you fail, everyone's going to be way too afraid of birds to ever work with them.
I know.
I know, it's great. Maybe you get a 5 again. No, you got a 7. All right, you lower your panic and the gray fur's panic by 1, and he's... Well, I see. Birds working together with rabbits. Maybe there's something to this. Don't birds eat rabbits?
One of them said they ate a snake.
Ugh. He must be a powerful warrior if he ate a snake. Cut to a flashback of that bird eating a dead snake on the side of the road. I mean, he's a crow. Literally what he does. What will we do now? Will we call on our bird friends to drive the dog and the humans out? Is this what we've come to, Blackberry?
Maybe we can find a way to make peace by avoiding the humans and the dog.
I don't think we can avoid the human dog. That's crazy talk. They're literally right outside.
We could be safe and have someone on watch. Only go out when they're not around.
Very well. I designate you, Blackberry, to be our night's watchman. You will form a secret rabbit organization of rabbits who are brave enough to go to the surface and watch the coming of humans and dogs.
All right.
You're basically forming the Rabbit Night Watch right here. Blackberry, who do you choose to serve in this sacred and ancient institution that we are creating right this very minute?
Can I go and talk to some other rabbits first?
Yes. You can have a montage of you talking to rabbits. I feel like there's a ton of rabbits who turn you down. All sorts of different kind of rabbits. Who do we come to that you really want to talk to?
I talk to one reddish rabbit named Velvet, I guess.
All right. Velvet's just like, oh, hey, Blackberry. How's it going?
You've heard about the dogs, right?
Yeah, I've heard about the dogs.
And
I ain't
humans.
afraid of no dogs.
Well, that's great. That's great. Because we're forming a watch to go and watch the dogs and the humans.
I'm very good at watching.
Yeah, and we tell the other rabbits when it's safe to come out.
Oh, I'm not
so
very good at talking to people, but I heard that you can kick things now.
Yes, I guess.
Can you go kick something so I can watch you do it? I want to learn how to kick things.
Oh, okay. I'll go kick something.
All right, you jump kick, and as you do, she blinks while it's happening. It's like, cool, I can do that now.
All right. So you'll join the watch?
Yeah, I suppose. Will there be other cool things happening?
Probably. You'll never know what's going to happen on the night watch.
Great. Night watch. I like the sound of that. It sounds very epic.
Mm-hmm.
You do that thing where you're both heading in the same direction awkwardly, even though the conversation's clearly over, until the tunnel finally splits and she goes for breakfast.
I guess I'll ask Blueberry to join too.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no question. Blueberry's completely about it. She's like, "Oh my gosh, of course I'm going to join."
But it's just we gotta watch. We can't kick the dog unless he comes way too close.
Absolutely. Except I'm completely lying. I'm totally gonna kick that dog.
No. If you kick the dog, then he'll know you're there, and we're gonna do it.
Not if I
secret.
kick him and then leave.
But then you would leave your post on the night watch.
What if we got a bunch of us and the dog walked into the middle and we all kicked him at the same time from different directions?
But imagine all the acorns you'll get from being on the night watch, and protecting the rabbits, being their eyes.
Completely sold. I'm just gonna sleep through my post anyway.
Who's Tomato? They keep asking me to go talk to Tomato.
Your younger brother, who no one likes because he's a fruit and a vegetable. Your mom named all of right. You said your mom named all of your brothers and sisters after things she was craving.
Yeah.
She had an Italian face.
And the last one I'll talk to is Arthur Rabbit.
What?
Arthur, the rabbit.
Tell me more about this rabbit. I'm confused.
I'll go talk to Arthur, he has a whole community that does what he says. They're called the realists.
I feel like I need a veto this really hard, Cotton. I feel like this is like I didn't know you were into meme inception here.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to have a rabbit that has a mustache and a crappy beard, you can definitely have that, but not one that leads a community of hundreds.
No, it's just like 2 or 3 rabbits. They have
Oh,
their
of
own little
course. Well, that
gang
makes
of
sense. Yeah, that no,
realists.
I definitely understand that. There's all right. So he's like a weird spiritual guru. I got that. So yeah, he's got like a shitty rabbit mustache and a crazy rabbit beard. They all hang out in the dark sides of the tunnels, and they don't really do much. They just tell each other stories all the time. The rest of the rabbit community kind of looks down on them. He's down there currently telling a story about a young woman who takes care of smaller human children, and the children are always getting away from her and doing terrible things because that's what humans do.
All right. Have you heard about the dogs and the fences?
What would I sound like as a rabbit? Don, help me out here.
It's like a Deckard Cain.
Hello! Yes, I have heard of the dogs and the fences. They make great material for storytelling.
Do you know a great way to get material for storytelling?
Yes, I do. By asking other people what their material.
No, by joining the Night Watch.
The Night Watch.
The
Yes,
Night
the
Watch?
Night Watch.
Don, are you another one of the rabbits?
Yes.
Tell me more about the Night Watch. This sounds like a very sweet fantasy concept, which I'll probably steal.
The Night Watch.
We're gonna go up to the surface and we're gonna look, and if the dog and the humans there, we're gonna tell them the other rabbits to beware. And
So
if they're
you're
not
saying we will, at night, go up to a place with large white fences and watch for horrible monsters to approach.
there, we don't have to be really close to the fences.
Are you sure? I feel like there'd be something to standing on top of the fences and looking down on the dogs and the humans.
You want to be on top of the fences.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I guess you can watch from wherever you want to watch.
It would make a good story.
It would. Think of all the storytelling material you could get from joining the Night Watch.
Plays dogs and
The Night
fences
Watch.
every Saturday night. He doesn't use dice. He uses pits from peaches, and so they're really lopsided. So you know, someone's always rolling 20s over and over again. He's. I think you're gonna have to make a roll to convince him.
All right.
Because he and the realists are very spiritually introspective. They spend a lot more time talking about things than actually doing them. Wow, okay, you overwhelmingly convince him. Sure, he's just like, absolutely. We should spend every night together talking about things. As a matter of fact, I've come up with this cool new game we can play while we're watching. It's called 20 Questions.
Oh. How do you play?
Well, you ask 20 questions.
That seems easy.
It does seem easy, but the trick is the question.
Like, what kind of questions are they?
I don't know. What kind of questions do you want to ask? See how deep the game is? I'm so super smart. And also handsome.
Oh, yes, indeed.
She nods along.
Too meta. It's too meta. I am playing myself as a rabbit in a role-playing game who plays role-playing games. All right, you've assembled your night's watch. To watch for humans and dogs.
I alert Graver to my night's watch. Tell him who's in it.
All right. I feel like we are actually, I know it's a little early, but I'm also super tired. And we're also kind of coming to the end of this story. The Grey Fur is like, Blackberry, in the course of 24 hours, you have completely changed rabbit society forever. You have created the Night's Watch, found out about the white picket fences, kicked a dog, and made friends with the crows. Truly, there is no rabbit that will ever hold up to your noble existence. What do you have to say for us?
Most of this was an accident.
An epic speech, to be sure, to be remembered for all rabbit time. We could make a religion out of this.
What kind of religion?
One that was a complete accident.
That makes sense.
Alright. I don't know what Zon's writing, but I'm super worried because he's writing for my character. I'm canon now. Awesome. He looks more like a dog. Like a dog rabbit? I feel like he's some sort of chihuahua rabbit.
Chihuahua rabbit?
Yeah.
I think it's cute. I like his little goatee.
Yeah, right down here he's got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. True to life.
I don't know.
You can see his soulless brown eyes staring out, looking for anything at all. It's a half dog bard class.
All the classes are rich nowadays.
All right. Well, we got some time to talk and reflect over this for a couple of minutes before I fall over asleep. What I didn't mention at the beginning of the show, by the way, is that I was super sick today. I was so sick, I skipped the gym. I literally just woke up and was like, my life is terrible. I feel horrible right now, and I'm in intense pain. And then I had to take my cat to the vet. So I said all of those things again because my cat does not like to be stuffed into a cat carrier and scratch the shit out of me. She has lost a total of 1 ounce for the last 6 months. Not bad. Not bad. Super friggin' swole now. I love the horror rabbit right there. The horror!
I like Thor, the crow.
I am your friend. Sonlar, you do good work on short notice here with this painting.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You've reinterpreted the dog several times here. We've got like officer dog. We've got dog. So on the Warren villain cards, the dog is listed as irate mall cop. So I hope that came out pretty well. That's his voice tape. And I feel like I was going for full on Paul Blart, where he's just like, officer down. Cotton, I know you've been wanting to play this game for forever and a half. We had to bend a bunch of the rules quite a bit to make it a one-on-one game, but I hope you had fun being led around by a bunch of opinionated rabbits and a bunch of freaking out, panicking rabbits.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Are you going to convince your local GM to run this game? No.
I have
Wow,
been
okay.
trying
That looked like
for
a no.
solid year now, and he hasn't budged.
You could show this video and be like, look, that's a canon dog right there. Look at that dog.
I could show this video. I might give that a shot. He's really into just the fantasy setting as opposed to.
There is like an
animals.
apocalypse rabbit setting that they have where like the world has been nuked and everything is ending and the rabbits are just like, life goes on.
That's amazing.
I mean, listen, in the Fallout universe, you gotta have rabbits, right? You know?
Yeah.
You never see them because they're not dumb enough to come out where death claws are gonna eat you.
That makes sense.
We should do that
Smart.
next time. Yeah.
We should do apocalypse rabbits. That'd be great. In the Fallout 3
Fallout 3.
Setting.
Liam Nielsen shows up for the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, and then you never see him again.
Perfect.
Son, I have a son. Well, I guess it'd be son or daughter. I have a particular set of skills. All right, now I'm missing. Spend the whole game looking for me on an aircraft carrier. Now I'm back, but also I die.
Perfect.
Also, check my Patreon. Fuck it. Look at Zon selling out for me. That does sound like something I'd say, though. Did you know you can go to patreon.com/APGamingREAL? I know, it's perfect. It's so easy to remember. Rolls off the tongue.
So smooth.
Zon, if people wanted to commission you, where would they go and how would they go about doing it?
They can just PM me on Discord because I'm in chat. But if you do not have me on Discord, you can follow me on Twitter and send me a message, and then we will move it to Discord.
But how do we follow you on Twitter?
You can follow me on twitter.com/sonalar, which is my name. You can also click my name in chat. Let me say hi in chat. That's me. Click my name, and when you go to the what's it called? Description, you find all the links that you need.
That's next level. It's amazing the level of preparation you put into helping people help you help make art.
Yeah. I did the classy thing of using my name for everything I use. So you can even Google Sonalar and find me. Nobody else.
I don't know if you knew this, Zon, but I was on an episode of Drop Frames as a commentator for the first commentating episode. I was the first question they asked. And one of the Twitch admins who was in chat was like, remember, don't put the word gaming or real in your name. And I was like, well, you know what? I fucking lucked out already because I've done both of those on all forms of media. So thanks, Shannon Zed Killer. Twitch administration, they know what they're talking about. Don't put gaming or real in your name, kids. It's a bad move. Cotton, we can't get people to throw money at you, but if they wanted you to sketch things for them that were relevant to your interest, where would they go to get you to sketch things that they want to have sketched?
You could go to my Twitter, or you could send me a PM on Discord.
Let's keep
We'd have
talking
to
about
wait
Discord.
till after July.
After July? That's crazy!
After the first week in July.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as long. I mean, if I had to wait all July to ask you for a sketch, I could be like, but Cotton, I need Kobayashi's Shadow End, but this time he's got a vampire fangs.
You could ask, but there's a chance that I won't get it done yet because I'm getting ready to go to the city.
My God, the city. I'm actually excited because I know we've talked a bunch of times about you going places in the world because I'm all about going places.
It's actually not exciting. I'm just going to the hospital for a week.
All right, Cotton. Way to take all of the wind out of my sails.
But it's in a different state.
That is great. I mean, it's also terrible, but I assume that like every teenager movie, you'll be able to sneak out of the hospital, meet a young person that is of a thing that you want to fall in love with, break into a movie theater and watch a movie together, and also meet in the ward of the hospital and realize you both are getting worked on at the hospital. And then I think I'm just reciting the storyline to Fault in Our Stars at this point.
Pretty much.
And stuff for other teenage movies. All right, listen, it's gonna happen for you, okay?
All right. I look forward to delinquency, I guess.
Delinquency. Oh boy. All right. By the way, kids, if you ever go to the hospital, you should, of course, immediately break out and go to a movie theater. Do not care about your own health at all.
That sounds like a great plan.
You know, the problem with this is that one day I'm going to be doing something really serious, and someone is going to be like, here's a transcript of something you once said, and I'm going to be like, but it doesn't include my tone of voice. It should say sarcasm in quotes next to it. Well,
Join the Night's Watch, guys.
Join the Night's Watch. Just rabbits who stay up all night and watch for dogs.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
They all become crow speakers. They speak the secret language of crows.
Perfect.
We'll be back next week on Monday for, I think it's Wisefool is playing Mistborn with me and Aricido. Aricido loves Mistborn. I think that's how we founded my channel. And Wisefool loves Mistborn so much, I offered to let him join my first Mistborn game, but he wasn't able to get in. And so he missed a whole 21 weeks of fun, incredible action of flipping coins through the air and then throwing coins at people at high speed. Mistborn is much more than throwing coins in the air and flipping them at high speed, but it's actually a pretty cool part of it. So if you like the idea of throwing your spare change at your little brother at high speed, I guess sit around and watch it next week as we draw more things. Any last minute thoughts? We really just have this imposing crow picture as our go out, huh? That's the one we're going to end with? All
Yes.
right. Just remember, friendship is a crow watching you from atop a lightning-struck tree, screaming at you about sadness.
Sadness.
Have a good night.